The most important thing for an online business to figure out is how to sell their product or services. And sales can only come from leads. To get any sorts of leads from your website, you need to invest in content, distribution, and other areas. Maybe it's SEO, maybe it's social media content, or maybe it's paid media or paid ads. Resources go into any kind of content. So either you spend a lot of time or money or both to get traffic on your website. But here's the sad part. Approximately 98% of people who come to your website will simply leave without taking any action. And almost 70% out of those 98% will never return to your website. That's a lot of money that you spent to bring people to your website, and now all that money is being wasted because all these users are doing nothing on your site. So what's the solution? The solution is to have a comprehensive marketing strategy and also have a lead generation strategy for all the users that are visiting any pages on your website. Think of it like this. Every single person who has reached your website on any particular page has shown some intent behind their click. For example, you are on this video watching this video. So you have also shared or expressed some intent to learn something from this video. Similarly, every single person going to every single page on your website is expressing some intent. So if you can fulfill the user's intent, whether it's for information, it's for product, it's for maybe for a discount or an offer, or just more assurance that you can provide them the results they are looking for, they are more likely to take action on your website and become a lead or hopefully a customer as well. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Presenting every user with a different marketing message depending on the page they're on, that sounds like a tech nightmare and a lot of hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars investment to actually build out a solution. Well, the answer is actually much more simpler than that if you use OptinMonster. It's a fantastic piece of software that helps you easily turn visitors into subscribers, leads, and sales. And I would say from a marketing standpoint, it's a very underrated piece of software because the amount of features that it packs into one single software is mind-blowing. For example, you can see here you have lightbox pop-ups, floating bars, gamified wheels, countdown timers, page level targeting, exit intent direction, geolocal targeting, and hundreds of templates to choose from. Basically, if you go into the features, you can find so many different things you can do with OptinMonster. But the basic idea, what I'm trying to tell you here is using OptinMonster, every single person coming to your website can be presented with a customized marketing message, which will increase the probability of them becoming leads and hopefully customers as well. And that's the biggest promise that OptinMonster can make. Now, there are of course a lot of benefits. For example, this is one software that rules it all. You don't have to install any other pixel software. Everything can be done directly inside OptinMonster. The second big advantage is that you can set up the campaign yourself and you might not have any development skills. For example, I can't code for saving my life, but I have set up many OptinMonster campaigns by just using the easy to use interface by going into the campaign creation menu, and everything is so simple to set up. And I'm going to demonstrate a few different campaign ideas as well. And one of the other benefits of using OptinMonster is detailed analytics, because marketing can only work if you measure it. So unless you get great analytics, which OptinMonster does, you won't have any direction whether something is working or not. So all of these plus hundreds of other benefits that OptinMonster provides, you should be definitely checking out. But in today's video, since you're here, I'm going to demonstrate 3 of the unique best features according to me that OptinMonster has, that every marketer, every website owner, every business person who has a website should be using. So let me demonstrate 3 exciting features. And of course, there are hundreds of other features as well. So let's start with the feature number 1. So let me walk you through the first important feature inside OptinMonster, which is page level targeting. So this is my computer, this is my screen basically, and I've just installed the OptinMonster plugin and I've just connected it with my account in OptinMonster. And inside the campaigns, you see there are no campaigns yet. I'll show you the campaign creation process. It's very simple. You'll also understand the different options you have when you create a campaign. And I have a couple of pages created on my site just for a test. So I've just called this page widget 1, and the URL of the page, I'll also place it on the screen. It says something website, uncategorized because this was not in the category, and then widget 1. And this is another page which is just widget 2. The URL is also on the screen. And this is a page which has the category widget 2. Now I'll try to explain to you how the targeting options work. So what I'm going to do is go back to this screen and I'm going to create a campaign. So I'm going to create a campaign, and this brings the campaign creation menu. We have all sorts of campaigns we can create. So we have pop-ups, floating bars, full screen, inline, slide in, and gamified wheels. And let's stick with pop-up. But if I scroll down, you'll see hundreds of different templates we can utilize to start creating campaigns. So we have tons of ideas here. So I just stopped here randomly. So let's select this one. I can also preview it, but let's just click use template. I'll name it page test because that's what we're trying to do. I'll click start building. And this will redirect us to OptinMonster's website. So the campaign creation process happens on OptinMonster's website, but the process is very seamless because we installed the plugin, right? So now we have this campaign created, and this is the visual. This is what the visual will look like. And by the way, you can completely change everything, right? So if I can click here, I can change the text, I can change the button, I can change the link, the images, everything is customizable basically. So everything is here. What you see here is completely in your control. The thing I want to showcase here is display rules. So once we've set up the visuals on what we want to show the user as part of the campaign, we go to display rules. And the display rules you can see on the screen, the default display rules are basically what it says is if all of the conditions are true. So these are the conditions. So we can create conditions, and then conditions, based on conditions that happen, we can show the campaign's results or any kind of screen, which is the campaign execution. And we have other options as well. We can show the different view. We can say any of the conditions, and we can create more conditions, rules, but that's a little advanced. But the idea is that those things exist. So what are the conditions which are added by default? The first one is time on page is at least 5 seconds. Very simple to understand. And the second condition is page level targeting, which is current URL path is any page. So it's set to any page. That means on all pages of our website, this campaign will be executed. We want to change that. So what I'll do is I'll do this and I'll say it's the home page, not the home page, exact matches, does not match, contains, does not contain, start with, does not start with. So many different options, even pattern matching. In this case, I'll just go with contains. And in contains, I'll type in widget-1. So widget-1, and I can add more. So I can add the same campaign, have different pages set up. So I can have all these. So in one campaign, I can target different sets of pages as well. So for this, I'll just skip it for now. And just to give you an example, this is the widget-1 page, right? And this is the widget-2 page, and this is a category called widget-2, right? So just giving an example, what we're going to be testing. So in this case, after 5 seconds have gone by and the URL contains widget-1, this campaign will be executed. And we have integrations. So this is the basic targeting option. We have integrations or how it connects to email service providers. You can see analytics, all that's advanced, but those options also exist. I'll head to the publish section and I'll just publish this. And once this is green, I'll also click save. So the campaign has been saved. Once we click the cross icon, we'll go back to our website where we'll see the campaign here. Sometimes you might see the campaign is not live here. So make sure to change it to publish here. Now that the campaign is published. So what I'll do is I'll open widget-2 page. This is widget-2. I'll open this up in an incognito window. Just to clarify, incognito just makes it simple. I'll just resize the window. Let's paste the page URL here. And we'll wait for a few seconds on this page to see if the campaign is triggered. All right, so let's wait for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count it down. And of course, nothing happens because we've opened widget-2 as the option. So I was demonstrating that if we open any page which is not the URL, that rule that we've created, it's not going to work. So I'll close this page, go back to the site, copy widget-1 page's URL. And now I'll open another incognito window just to keep clear. And I'll just paste the link here and we'll go through here. Now this is widget-1, which matches the rules. So I'll wait for a few seconds once again on this page, and the campaign should be triggered any second now. So you can see now the campaign is triggered, which is the same campaign we just created. So in a couple of seconds, I created a custom campaign, had a different set of rules, and also created a page level targeting rule, which should be triggered. Now, the benefit of this kind of rule is that you can have, or you can start creating all sorts of different campaigns for different sections of your website as well, apart from just the page. For example, when I showed you this URL, random post, the URL of the page I'll put on the screen as well is widget-2 random post. So widget-2 is the category URL. So the idea I want you to take away from here is, let's say you are an e-commerce retailer and you have, let's say you sell women's clothing, and you have sundresses, you have let's say formal suits and clothes, and every category can have a different call to action that you can create in terms of a discount, in terms of an offer, in terms of an information thing you can provide, and every single category can have different campaigns set up for it within just a few minutes based on just the URL structure. And you can just go wild with it. You can have, let's say, a pet supply shop where you supply things for cats and dogs. So for category, or let's say cat toys category, you can have a different campaign. For cat food, you can have a different campaign. For dog toys, let's say dog harnesses or dog food, every single thing can have a different campaign. And the best part is you can do all of this within a few minutes by yourself. No expertise required in terms of execution or tech skills that you need to understand to execute this campaign. I just created a new one in just a few minutes in front of you. That's how easy it is. So this is the first amazing benefit, or I say feature inside OptinMonster, which makes it absolutely a killer piece of software. Let's talk about the second one, which is exit intent. So exit intent in OptinMonster is one of the most powerful features that you can utilize to, I'd say, conserve traffic, or I'd say convert more traffic, or I'd say visitors into leads and customers. And how it works is it kind of detects when users are about to leave a page and gives them a pop-up, or I'd say a campaign is initiated at the exact same time. So example, let's say you had a mouse on the screen and you were about to just go to the browser and click out. Instantly, you'll see a pop-up on the screen giving you a special offer. It's very powerful, and it will, I'd say, save you a lot of money, because a lot of people just need that extra push to make some things. So you can have a, let's say, a free shipping offer if for e-commerce brands, and for affiliates, you can have them sign up to a email list, or for products or software businesses, again, you can offer them discounts, anything special, and you can take a lot of those people and convert them into customers. So let me demonstrate how we would execute that kind of a campaign. So I'll take the original campaign I have and I'll just make that pending or draft. I'll just disable it for now. We'll create a new campaign from here, and then we'll go to templates. And inside templates, I'll still stick with the pop-up option. I like the pop-up option, and we'll just use the feedback survey option. Let's say we're trying to run a customer feedback for a SaaS company where users are quitting, and then you want, hey, what would you require, or what features are the most useful, something like that, to understand users' needs more. So I'll click the use template button, and I'll just say survey, and I'll start building the campaign. And once again, the campaign builder will open on OptinMonster's website. So we can take this survey. And once again, if you want to go the extra mile, you can integrate WP forms in it. So you can have a form directly pop up with the survey. So again, this is up to your imagination, what you want to do. You can push a discount. You can also have timers, right? So example, if I had a timer here, you can actually add timers inside your pop-ups and campaigns as well. So all of this is pretty easy to do. And I'll just delete this part, or I should leave it be, because I'm just trying to demonstrate something to you. Okay. So once you're happy with the campaign setup or the display style, let's go to display rules. And once again, the display rules are very similar. So in this case, what I'll do is I'll just create a new rule and I'll replace the rules later. So I'll add a new rule. And in the rules, you can see so many different options based on personalization. That means who's the person, when, where, and an on-site retargeting. Bonus tip, on-site retargeting is amazing. For example, if I click on it, you'll see if users are new visitors, returning visitors, has converted a previous campaign, has not converted, has closed, has not closed, has seen, not seen. So basically, you can retarget users on your website directly using OptinMonster. This is also a powerful feature and a bonus tip. In this case, I'm going to show you the exit intent. So we will try to figure out when users are exiting a page. So we'll go to the when category, or also you can use the search option here. Inside when, you'll see time on page is a factor, and then exit intent is something we can use. So I'll click exit intent, and exit detected on all devices. I'll just stick with all devices for now. It works with mobile phones as well. So you can select any one devices, and then exit sensitivity, I'll stick with medium. And once I'm done, I don't need the other pages right now as a demonstration. We can combine any of these rules. So I can say, hey, exit intent only on the pricing page. That's also possible. So that's something you can stack onto. For this example, I'll just delete the other two rules and I'll stick with just one rule. So basically, this is the pop-up that should appear when users try to exit on any page from my website. I'll go to the publish section once again. I'll publish this campaign. Oops. Okay. All right, so there's a countdown timer. Let me just fix that and I'll save the pop-up once again. So just give me a second. All right, so I've deleted the countdown timer. Let's go back here and I'll save the campaign, go to publish and save. And now all is good. So now that the campaign is saved, let's click back and go back to our website. And we'll go to the campaign section and the survey campaign, we'll just make that publish. And now survey campaign is published. So any page on my site should work. So let's take this category page and you can imagine this to be your pricing page or let's say your features page. And I'll just open an incognito window once again and I'll resize this properly. And let's enter the URL of the post. And once again, I'll hover around the page for a couple of seconds just to replicate the exact experience the user has. Does not matter, but just demonstrating this how it's going to work. And as soon as I go for outside the page, you can see instantly, I see this pop up. Hey, users trying to exit. Let's give them something. So this is one of the most interesting, benefits or powerful features inside OptinMonster that can take a lot of visitors convert them into leads. So that's the second exciting, interesting feature inside OptinMonster. Let's talk about the next feature as well, which I'm going to demonstrate to you, which is called A/B testing. So let me demonstrate some of the features of A/B testing right inside OptinMonster. And you've heard the term, what gets measured improves, or if you need to improve it, measure it, something like that. The intent is, if you want to use marketing to grow your business, you should measure the results of your marketing, which means running effective tests and also finding out which campaigns are working better. Now, the benefit of doing A/B testing is sometimes you might just change a little bit of things on a campaign and get massive results. So that's what A/B tests are for. Now, unfortunately, A/B tests require you to have a few hundred visitors at least to get some actionable data. So I might not be able to show you actual tests happening on the site, but I can show you the process of creating an A/B test, right? So let's head to our screen again. And this is the campaign, right? We just created the survey campaign. We can see nothing has happened yet because just one visitor, and that was incognito. So this is where the option to create a test is. And you can also create a multivariate test. That means multiple tests running at the same time. Just do one to give an example. So I'll create a test and we can name it survey 2. Let's say we'll just do that. Oops, I think I missed self-survey. So let's fix that as well. And I'll just add notes. And let's say, for example, the first survey campaign we are doing is exit intent. This time we want a slide in campaign, right? And we can change the campaign type from floating bar, inline, slide in, or full screen. So I'll change the campaign type as well, right? So I'll click create the split test. And this will once again take us to OptinMonster website where we'll be able to customize something. So in this case, the same campaign, which looks similar, basically you can change this. But the idea is the first campaign was a pop-up campaign where it popped up on the screen when a user was exiting the page. The second variation of this test is where it just slides in from the screen. And what we can do is now change the display rules if we want and compare between both these campaigns. So if I can go to the display rules once again, you can see it's also on exit intent, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to have a slide in. The pop-up works better, but the idea is you can customize this. For example, let's say you do a pop-up on a page when a user clicks a button versus time spent on page. And then you can also do a campaign test based on clicking a link versus scroll depth. So if you have, let's say, like nice buying guide of sorts. So if the user keeps scrolling, you can have a pop-up triggered at a specific time or as a specific position on the page. So you can compare that when is the pop-up performing better? Is it when users are clicking a button, or when users are spending an X amount of time on the page, or when users are scrolling to a portion of the page? So you can test those areas, or you can test call to actions as well. So let's say you create an exit intent pop-up which says, take a survey and help us grow our business. That's okay. But then say, take a survey and get $10 on Amazon coupons. Now that's a better offer. So you can test those as well. So you can keep the campaign same. You can alter the design if you want to, but you can change the language and then evaluate if users being rewarded for service is something better. So that is the kind of, testing you can do. And the kind of testing depends on your creativity as well. What are you trying to test? What is your price? Or what's the product? What's the service you're offering? Everything depends on that. But the idea is you can do all sorts of tests within just seconds. And I'm doing this in front of you. I'm setting up the tests right here in front of you guys. And I'm no techie. So I'm not a developer. But Even I can make this happen, so you can definitely understand and follow along doing this. So once the campaign is done and it functions basically as a new campaign, I'll close the campaign and we'll go back here and you can see one test has been created. So if I click this, we'll see which campaign works better. All the details, number of visitors, conversions, conversion percentage, everything will start to show up here. So that's the advantage of using OptinMonster's built-in A/B testing tool. And I just demonstrated 3 powerful features inside OptinMonster: page level targeting, exit intent, A/B testing, and I also demonstrated on-site retargeting. OptinMonster has even more amazing, exciting features. It is a powerful piece of software. So definitely check it out from the links in the description, also in the pinned comment. If you have any questions about OptinMonster that you want us to answer, or you want us to create videos about marketing and growing your business, let us know suggestions in the comments as well. To continue your WordPress education, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you like this video. It helps us out and also gives us appreciation about all the content that we create. Once again, you're watching Yuvraj from WP Beginner. I'll catch you in the next video really soon. Till then, take care.